Okay, so let's continue with our GitHub series, and in that series we were looking the GitHub actions. So today we will see how to use the secrets and how to store the secrets, how we can access the secrets, and how we can use in the GitHub actions. So in the last two videos we have seen the other events. One is the schedule event, like we can schedule our workflow. So this is the schedule expression, and then we see okay, so we there are so many event as well, like push event, pull request event, and we can use the combination event, but that is fine. But in this video we have to cover the secret. So let's say create a new workflow file. So let's give some name. So accessing secrets, and it should be either YAML or YAML format. Okay, hit enter. Now we can give the name, and we can give the run name. Run name is like optional, but still we can give. So let me copy from somewhere else. Yeah, then we can give when, on what event we need to trigger this workflow. So do you want to trigger this workflow manually, or do you want to trigger this workflow on some push event, pull request event, or you want to schedule this workflow? So right now, we are just learning GitHub action. So we are going to trigger it manually. So manually means workflow dispatch. Okay. Now let's create a jobs. So we have maybe one job, two job, three job, any number of job. So let's create a one job. Docker Hub, Docker Hub login. So this is our one job, Docker Hub login, right? And which runs on Ubuntu latest, right? And it has steps. So what is the step? Step is login to Docker Hub, right? So now how we can do the login? Do I need to run some command? Okay, Docker login something, or is there any a third party action available which we can use? So as we have covered in one of the video, how we know if any third party actions are available in the GitHub marketplace. So you need to open the github.com. So click on this three uh, icon, go to the marketplace. So in the marketplace, we have types. Under the types, we have actions. Click on the actions. So now search Docker login. Hit enter. So we could see one action is available, Docker login, and it is verified, right? So we can use. So verified means less vulnerabilities issues. All right. So we don't know the syntax. Well, let's see the syntax. Scroll down. Okay. So we have this uses. So we can just copy paste this, and we can use this. Okay. So, but when we do the Docker Hub, so this Docker login will provide some third party actions. So that action could be some kind of a command itself. Right. So instead of writing the manual command, so it is providing some third party actions. But anyhow, whenever we do the login, we need to enter our username and password. So Docker Hub means hub.docker.com. So basically we have the Docker Hub. So whenever we do login, so how to do the login? So click on the sign in, and it is going to ask our username, and it is going to ask our password, right? So username is only our email, and then we have the password. Okay. So we need to store we need to pass our username and the password in this step, and they said also it is mandatory. Okay, so then let's pass that with username. You don't need to remember this syntax. You can just whenever, okay, there is a requirement, okay, you are you are running some job which is going to create your package, and that package is the Docker Hub, and the a Docker image, and then you want to publish your Docker image into the Docker Hub. So first, to publish, you want to first login. So that is the first step, login. Okay. So now we need to write some username. So one option is I can hard code it, right? I can hard code it, but generally it is not recommended because okay, username still I can hard code, but what about the password? like which is the secrets, like which is like vulnerability issue, like anyone can see my secret, because if it is a public repo, even it is a private repo, but still it is not good to store the like hard code our like username or the secret. So we are going to like same as like environment variable, so we store our environment variable and we are accessing our environment variables. So same way we can store our secret, we can access our secret, we can store and we can access. So how can we can access? So with the dollar symbol. So how we can accessing the variable? So variables we are accessing using where's dot, right? But secrets we have to access using secrets dot, right? So we can like store our secret name, Docker Hub username, and then we have to do the password. Like so, we have the password as well. Then we can store our secrets name, Docker Hub dot Docker Hub password. So it could be anything. So like it could, you can say like a hub docker username. So it is not mandatory, whatever they give we need to use that. So it is just our name which we are like using. Okay, docker hub username, docker hub password. Okay, fine. All right, then we have maybe another job. So currently we are doing the login into the docker hub. All right. So, but there is a like GitHub container registry as well. So GitHub container is like hub.docker.com is Docker Hub, right? Hub.docker.com is Docker Hub. So ghcir.o is GitHub package repository. So ghcir.o. So if you type ghcir.io and click enter, it will go to github.com under the packages section. So your package will be published here. All right. And even if you open your any repository, so if you see here there is a packages folder. Like if you click on it, all right, so you could see, okay, we don't have the package. So basically that is the package. So where you are going to publish your packages, right? So this is the GitHub package. So we want to log in into this. So this is related to the GitHub, all right? So there is no special username password. So it is same as like whatever the username we are using to log in for the GitHub, same whatever the password we are using. But we have to see the syntax. So let's see the syntax. So let's scroll down. So syntax is we need to mention the registry. Okay, so let's do it. So okay, first is we have to create a like a different job. So we can mention uh, git GHCIRO login. So this is our one job, runs on Ubuntu latest, or you can create one job and you can create multiple steps. Like it's up to you. So steps, and then we can give name, login to GitHub container registry. Okay, then we can use the same action. So it is basically same docker login, but when we have to pass the username and password, so before username and password we need to pass the registry, like actually which registry. So it's gsci registry. Now come to the username. So what is the username? All right, so username is basically, it is a GitHub internal variable. So when I am running this run name, so whenever I am running one job, so let me show you here. So if you go to the actions, so you could see Sumanchu Rankana is running this, Sumanchu Rankana is running this. All right, this is Sumanchu Rankana. So how, because I am not passing my name, right? I am not passing name, but GitHub.actor is automatically picking my name, right? So username is basically GitHub.actor only. And password. So what is the password? So let's go to the here, and password is our GitHub token. So whenever you log in into the GitHub, so you log in into using the GitHub token. So password is the GitHub token, and you don't need to create this token. You don't need to store this token, because this is like automatically provided by the GitHub, right? So that's it. And if you want to set some dependency, you can set. Let's suppose I don't want to run the jobs parallel. I want to run the jobs one after one. So needs Docker login, right? That's it. So let's try to push that code. Accessing secrets and git push. So we have pushed our code. So let's go to the actions. And where is our work? What is the name? Why it's not visible? Accessing secrets. Hmm. Okay, okay. So I was on the some different branch. Let me go to another branch and let me just recreate the file again. And let me copy paste. Accessing secrets and then git push. Like why I was in the other branch because in the last video we were like exploring like push and the pull request GitHub events. So that's why like we have to create the different one. But anyhow, like that's fine. So now we have the accessing secret and it is like defined as a workflow dispatch. So if you just run this, because if you run this, like we have not stored our Docker username, we have not stored our Docker password. So this job is going to be failed. So let me run this. So it's good. Manshur and Khan is running these assassin secrets. So if you click on it, our two jobs are running. So one is the Docker Hub login and the GSR login will like run after this. So our Docker Hub login has been failed because it says username and password are required. And we are like, we saying, okay, access this, but it is getting none. But so that's why like it failed. All right. And the other job did not get triggered because it is the independent of that. So we need to store our that. So go to the settings. All right. So if you scroll down, here is secrets and variables. Click on the actions. So earlier we are storing the variables. So you see we are storing some variables. So now we have the separate tab secrets. So secrets based upon the environment as well, based upon the repository as well, right? So environment means like similarly, like we created three environments, dev, QA, prod, very same as the variable as well. But currently we are going to store the repository secret. So click on the new secret. So what is the secret name? By which name like it is going to search? So Docker Hub username. So let's paste it. So my username is Manshu Nankana @gmail.com. I add the secret, right? And I need to add the another secret, Docker password. So let's create a new secret, Docker password, right? So let me like store the secret. Let me pause the video. I just created the secret. I enter my password. So I pause the video just so that to not show the password. But so now like our secret has been stored. Right. So now let's re-trigger the our like workflow. So run workflow and then run workflow. Refresh it. So now our workflow has been started. So let's see whether this time it will like run fine or not. So Docker Hub login and it has. So now you could see login succeeded. All right, login. So no, we are able to successfully able to do the login. All right, and now it is going to access to the GSCRO login. So let's see. So the GitHub container registry login also has been successful, even though nowhere we have stored the GitHub token, nowhere because we stored only username and password. So this token is automatically like provided by the GitHub. So you don't need to create, you don't need to store because even if you go to my settings and GitHub settings, and if you go to the developer settings and go to the personal access token, either fine grained tokens, so there is no tokens, either token classic, so there is no token. So because that token was like automatically provided by the GitHub because whenever we log in into the GitHub, so one token has been generated. All right. So that's it, like how we can like store the secret, how we can access the secrets. So why we are covering like these secrets, because in one coming videos what we are going to do is we are going to like currently we are doing some login, right? But we are not pushing. So pushing is also very easy. So we just log in, and the next step is we are going to run some command, docker push, that's like whatever the image we want to push. And then we are going to verify, okay, whether it's actually going to publish on my Docker Hub or not. If it is going to publish, okay, then it's great. And we actually created a actual workflow, like, okay, let's build our image, log into Docker Hub, and then push to Docker Hub, right? Same for the GitHub container registry. So before that, we have to like understand the secrets concept. So that's why, like, for this video. Okay, thank you. That's the end of the video.